Hello everybody, Sacred G here. I know it's been quite a while since I last made a video. Well, not really, hasn't been that long, but I've been busy. I actually got that job I talked about in videos ago, just to let you guys know what's going on. And I'm not giving up on YouTube. I don't want people to think that. It's just sometimes this is a hobby, and so the important stuff comes first, at least to me, which is so far work right now. And so yeah, I just want to for me to you ask you, just tell me how you've been in the comments down below. And today's video may be offensive or triggering to some people, so I just want to make that perfectly fucking clear that this topic I'm going to talk about may be triggering to some. And this is not a video game discussion. This is a life thing that I've thought about. And I remember very little of some weird-ass neighbor my grandfather lived next to when he lived in a RV park. Of course, we'll not name which RV park. And I went up and stayed with him as well when he lived there. So we both shared an RV, and we had this really cool fucking sweet deal of we had our own little mobile homes, I guess you could say. And this neighbor, the last night I was there, because I had to leave, I had to move back, unfortunately. That's like not anything, it's outside of my control for that. And we were drinking or something. This is when I smoked cigarettes, so I was sitting in there smoking and bullshitting with them. And this motherfucker, dude, I swear to God, for some reason brought up the fact that, and he used these words, and this is going to be harsh, but I'm going to say it the way he said it so you guys can feel how weirded out I was when he said this. He said that he pounded retard pussy. and I know I'm not making fun of people with disabilities, just the randomness of that. It was so weird. I don't know why he brought this up, and this got me thinking, just thinking back on that. That's like 2020. I didn't like that for two things. First of all, this was the first McDonald's location that I did bring up in my McDonald's videos. I worked there at that time, and I was into a girl who was a year older than I was. I was 22, so she was like 23. She, I believe, was on the spectrum, and it was clearly obvious she was disabled to, not severely, but to some extent. And I was into her, and that, of course, him telling me that did not make me fucking feel comfortable, and made him look fucking creepy to me. He kept bringing up how he, I guess, tricked these chicks to fucking have sex with them. I don't remember much of the details of that because I don't hang around people like that, and I don't fucking care to hear that. And so this is on just not disabled chicks. I don't like it when dudes fucking have to manipulate and lie to get laid. I think that's fucking bullshit, and that's what this is about. And believe it or not, and I'm not saying this happens like frequently and all the time and holy shit, this world's fucked up. Not like that. This world is diverse enough. There are bad things that happen, and there are good things. I think there are more good things, to be honest, than there are bad things. But one of those bad things is disabled women who may not be in special ed, but who clearly have either autism or something to that effect, where they don't know much of their surroundings. And I really hate it when guys, and this happens, because I'm pretty sure this is a thing that happens, and I also was inspired to make this video by a Law & Order episode. I'll just throw the fucking thumbnail of that particular episode they shared on YouTube. Not the full episode, but, bits and pieces to get the gist of it, to be honest, but I'll share a thumbnail of that particular one. And yeah, guys do lie, to get laid. I've seen it happen. I've heard it happen when I was in high school, and yeah, it still happens even after that, unfortunately. And if you have to lie, and you have to stoop to the point of tricking, and this isn't just lying, this is lying, straight up being a fucking weird ass who's going to lie and trick somebody who's naive, and what I don't mean stupid when I say that, I mean unaware of their surroundings, because that's what naive sounds like to me, and that's the definition I'm using for that word, is that they're not unaware. of their surroundings, you know, and have not had that experience or anything like that, and you trick them, you're a piece of shit. I personally think you're a fucking piece of garbage who deserves to be tossed and fucking thrown out and forgotten, because it means you have no game, man. It does, if you do this. This is disgusting. This is something that pisses me off, because it's just not cool to fucking see. It's like, it's not even an accomplishment. It's more disgusting than anything. And the fact that, you know, some people, I guess, get away with it to some degree. Like, there are probably cases of, you know, that shit happening, but no one knowing about it. And it's sad. And when he was talking about that, I'm going to be even more real, so you guys get to know me slightly. I told him to leave. Like, I stood my ground. I did it politely, because I don't like starting shit. I'm not a fighter. You know, it's kind of funny. I kind of try to come off tough at work and shit like that, because it's a guy thing, I guess. But, you know, when it comes to telling creepy-ass people to fuck off, I do it politely. And so I politely told him to leave. And the reason I just was disgusted by that was due to the fact I truthfully liked a girl that was, I believe, on the spectrum, and that pissed me off. Like, if she ever came out that during that time I was there, I would never have introduced them at all. At all. If she'd ask, I'd tell her, you know, he's a fucking weirdo. He doesn't deserve that. You don't deserve to meet him. And she was a sweetheart. And anywho, that just got me thinking, you know, like, why do people do that? Why do people have to, after, like, oh, well, women are on to, like, people, neurotypical people are onto my shit, so I'll bunker down to, I guess, I don't want to sound mean saying this, because this is not what I mean, to an unaware scenario, which is where, again, the person tricks I forget, the neurodivergent, I believe is the correct word, person, and you trick them to think that, you know, that you actually like them. You're a fucking phony bitch, and I personally hate people that fucking do that. It's not even just with neurodivergent people, it's also people that do it to other women, and, you know, women do it too, vice versa. I don't give a fuck your gender. Don't do that. Don't. I mean, I guess you can, but you won't be fucking looked at in the correct light. And to be honest, you're a piece of shit. I don't know how many times, I know I'm repeating myself, but you're a fucking piece of shit. I don't know how and why you would go that low to trick somebody. It's like, when you do that, that shows to me how low and how much of a disregard for female humans that you have. You're willing to trick somebody who, by the way, I'm going to be honest, who will have a hard time getting into relationships anyways, but the first one they think is real, you trick them into thinking that just to get laid. Just to get laid. It's bullshit. You're a fucking, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know? I'd use harsher words, but, you know, YouTube and the fact that people get all offended over fucking bullshit words is just ridiculous to me. You know, people like this that trick other women to sleep with them. And the same thing with, you know, that women do that too sometimes. Not all, but... And the same thing guys. Not all guys do this. Okay, not all men do this shit. It's just like, you know, for the ones that do, fuck you. Because there's no point. There's no point in stooping to a low where you're gonna take advantage of a neurodivergent person or, you know, a naive person and pretend to like them. I never understood that. You know, I never have done that. I mean, I usually try, like, I try to, like, be genuine. I look for girls I can be genuine with, instead of lying. Like, I don't lie to people, you know, and neither should you. And that just creates unhealthy fucking relationship boundaries for yourself, because you're just gonna lie to women straight up. And then not just in high school this shit happens. It happens in adulthood as well, where guys take advantage of, you know, neurodivergent people because they think, oh, they can't get laid. It's just like those, I don't know if any of you know what the term passport bro is. It's essentially where these incels can't get laid, so they have to go to underdeveloped countries, like, no offense to Asian people, of course. I love Asian people, like Asia and stuff like that, because the women are nice. I don't think it's because they're dumb. I think it's because they've been taught to be very polite to people, and that's awesome. I like talking to Asian women, pure-blooded Asian women, because of that reason. You know, I don't even fucking talk to Asian women that live in the Philippines or anything like that because I can't get laid. Because I want to experience talking to new people most of the time. And I'm sorry this just seems maybe rambling, but that also fits in because, you know, not only is it, you know, neurodivergent people, is it neurodivergent? I don't fucking know. People with disabilities, and they tend to get taken advantage of, in my opinion. I don't even hear it being spoken up enough. Like, there are dudes out there that seriously think it's cool to trick these types of girls, and they're usually not the fully incapable of, you know, working on or living alone. It's the ones that can be dependent, and it's just fucking sick to me. You know, fuck those people. They don't deserve to have the fucking dick or the genitalia they have. You just deserve to be fucking whacked in the fucking face, in my opinion. I personally hate people that trick others for sex. It's sick, disgusting, fuck you. And if you have to do, I don't know, man. I don't want to get too far into this, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out. Thanks for listening. I just wanted to talk about something, I don't know, I wouldn't consider this edgy, but just to talk about something I've had on my mind. I've been wanting to talk about this and kind of rant about it because I think it's fucking disgusting. You know, and I guess I'll conclude this story. I was trying to save it for a video I was planning on doing called The Weirdest Neighbor I've Ever Had. After I told him to leave, I lied and said I was going to bed, but I was having one more cigarette because, again, I smoked before I went to bed. And I smoked like fucking crazy, idiotically, to be honest. And I was having a cigarette, and this was like, I think an hour after he left or some shit, or 30 minutes. I'd say 30 minutes. And the dude hits the window as hard as he, not like super hard, but hard enough to fucking where it sounded like someone was trying to get in through the window. And he told me some bullshit joke that I don't remember, because I remember he told some joke that was really stupid, and this was after I told him goodnight. And it's like, okay, you're a fucking weirdo. And this was the same night he told me this shit too. You know, fuck people like him. I don't know if he was even lying. I have no fucking idea, but that just got me thinking, yeah, guys do this. Some dudes will lie and make it seem consensual when all they're doing is just tricking that person into thinking that they like them. And it's not just with people with disabilities I don't like seeing it happen to. It's also people that don't have them too. It sucks, you know? Fuck these people. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace the fuck out. Thanks for listening. I'll stick to the game topics from now on, I guess. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening. Bye.